Have you ever wondered why some connections fade out quietly, while others pull people in so deeply that they can't stop thinking about each other? Before we go any further, if you're serious about understanding attraction on a deeper level, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and watch until the very end, because what you're about to hear isn't surface-level advice. It's a layered understanding that can completely change how you see desire, connection, and influence in your love life. Let me tell you a story. A man once asked an old strategist, "Why do some people chase endlessly, while others are forgotten overnight?" The strategist didn't answer immediately. Instead, he handed him a piece of paper with 7 words written on it: curiosity, awareness, engagement, investment, attachment, desire, and obsession. These, he said, are not tricks. They are stages. Miss one, and everything collapses. And that's where our journey begins. Level 1, curiosity. Everything starts here. Not attraction, not chemistry, just curiosity. Think about it. Nobody becomes interested in what they fully understand. Mystery is the spark. It's the unanswered question, the slight unpredictability, the feeling that there's more beneath the surface. The biggest mistake people make is showing everything too soon. Every thought, every intention, every emotion. When there's nothing left to discover, curiosity dies. And when curiosity dies, the game is over before it even begins. Instead, the idea is simple. Reveal, but don't expose. Share, but don't overflow. Let her wonder just enough to want to know more. Because curiosity isn't about confusion, it's about intrigue. Level 2, awareness. Curiosity opens the door, but awareness makes you visible. At this stage, she's no longer just vaguely interested. She notices you. Your presence becomes distinct. You're no longer part of the background, you stand out. But here's where most people go wrong. They try too hard. They become louder, more obvious, more performative. But awareness doesn't grow through force. It grows through consistency and authenticity. It's the way you carry yourself, the calm confidence, the subtle signals that you value your time, your energy, your space. Awareness is not about being everywhere. It's about being memorable when you are there. Level 3, engagement. Now the interaction begins. This is where conversations happen, where energy is exchanged, where interest either grows or quietly fades. Most people think engagement is about impressing, saying the right things, trying to win approval. But real engagement isn't about proving your worth, it's about creating an experience. Ask yourself this. When she talks to you, does she feel something different? Does she feel understood, challenged, energized? Because people don't remember words, they remember how you made them feel. And here's the key. Don't chase reactions. Create space for them. Pause, listen, let moments breathe. Engagement isn't a performance. It's a rhythm. Level 4, investment. This is where things start to shift. At this level, she's no longer just responding, she's contributing. She texts first sometimes. She shares more. She invests time, energy, and emotion. And here's the paradox. This only happens when you don't force it. The more you overgive, overtext, overexplain, the less she feels the need to invest. Why would she? You're already doing all the work. Investment grows when there's balance, when she feels like she has something to gain and something to lose. It's not about playing games. It's about not removing all tension, because tension, when done right, creates value. Level 5, attachment. Now it becomes emotional. She starts associating feelings with you. Comfort, excitement, familiarity. You're no longer just someone she talks to, you're someone she feels connected to. But here's where many people sabotage themselves. They become predictable, and while consistency builds trust, predictability kills excitement. Attachment thrives on emotional contrast. Moments of closeness, followed by space, warmth, followed by independence. It's this push and pull, not manipulation, but natural polarity that deepens emotional bonds. Because attachment isn't built on constant presence, it's built on meaningful presence. Level 6. Desire. Now we reach what most people think is the beginning, but it's actually near the end. Desire isn't just physical, it's psychological. It's wanting to be near someone, thinking about them when they're not around, feeling drawn without fully understanding why. And here's the truth most people don't realize. Desire grows strongest in absence. When there's space, the mind fills in the gaps. It imagines, it replays, it amplifies. If you're always available, always responding instantly, always there, there's no room for desire to grow. Scarcity creates value. But again, this isn't about disappearing randomly or playing cold. It's about having a life that doesn't revolve entirely around one person. Because true desire is drawn to independence. Level 7. Obsession. This is the final stage, and it's the most misunderstood. Obsession isn't about control. It's not about manipulation. And it's definitely not something you force. It's what happens when all the previous levels align perfectly, when curiosity never fully dies, when engagement feels effortless, when investment is mutual, when attachment is emotional, and when desire is consistently reignited. At that point, you don't need to chase. Because now, she's thinking about you, wondering about you, feeling, pulled toward you without needing a reason. But here's the part most people won't tell you. If you try to skip levels, you lose everything. If you rush attachment before investment, it feels fake. If you push desire without engagement, it feels empty. If you chase obsession without building the foundation, it becomes toxic instead of powerful. That old strategist looked at the man again and said something that changed everything. People don't fall for you because you try to make them. They fall because of how they feel when they're around you, and how they feel when you're gone. And that's the real lesson. This isn't about tricks. It's about understanding human psychology. It's about pacing. It's about knowing when to step forward and when to step back. And most importantly, it's about becoming someone who naturally moves through these levels without forcing them. Because when you truly understand this, you don't need lines, you don't need gimmicks, you don't need to chase. You simply create an experience that's hard to replace. So if you've made it this far, remember this. Curiosity starts it. Awareness builds it. Engagement shapes it. Investment strengthens it. Attachment deepens it. Desire ignites it. And obsession is just the result. Watch this again if you need to. Let it sink in. Because once you start seeing interactions through this lens, everything changes. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.